You see, one of the things that blocks most people from living their best life, where they feel like life just kind of naturally flows along the path of least resistance, which doesn't mean that you're lazy or that you don't work hard or that you're not successful, but it actually feels like your life flows down the path that feels most natural for you, that feels the most fun, that feels the most exciting, that feels the most real, that feels the most authentic. It's actually possible for you to live your life in a way where it feels like you're going with the flow of life, where life is actually carrying you along a very scenic, beautiful, enjoyable journey that, yes, sometimes has obstacles here or there, but the obstacles are like fun. It's like when you're playing a video game, you actually kind of enjoy the obstacles, right? They're part of your path, part of your journey. It's very possible to live this way. I've been living this way for the past, really over the past year. It's kind of like I've been doing personal development work for over almost a decade now. But just over the past year, this like my intuition has become more strong, and I've been really like 100% committing to living via my intuition, following the path that feels aligned in each moment. Which path feels natural? Which feels good, it feels peaceful. I'm optimizing for peace, for rest, for relaxation, for fun, for naturalness, for enjoyment. It's very possible to live this way, and it's possible to be supported. Okay, so one of the main things that keeps people out of alignment with their true selves, where you're living a life, let's say you're in a job that you really dislike, that's really dissatisfying for you, or you're in a relationship that is giving you a lot of trouble, or you just feel like your day is not really flowing in a fun and natural and enjoyable way. You're just really, you don't feel like you're able to express yourself authentically in your life path, in your career, in your art that you make or that you want to make. You just feel like you're not able to fully create the life that you love, that you're proud of, that you're excited of. So what I've found in my life, one of the biggest things that I've had to do is to gently, gradually, bit by bit, I've had to decondition the thought in my mind, the belief that I have that I'm not supported if I just go with the flow and I trust my natural intuition. Now, I wanted to provide you with an analogy for today's video. It's like life is kind of like a river where you're sort of flowing down the river. There's a similar analogy in Frederick Dodson's book, The Reality Creation Technique, which is an amazing book, which is one of the hundreds of books that's on my book list, for you, which you can get for free in the description. I have many amazing books. So the analogy I wanted to give you is that life is like a river where you're sort of floating down the stream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. And I'll let you finish the rest. So when you're gently rowing down the stream, there's two different ways that most people do. Okay, so way number one is that people, they don't trust the stream to take them to a beautiful destination, an enjoyable path. So what they do is they fight really hard and they row against the stream. So I have to grind, I have to hustle, I have to fight against life in order to achieve the results that I want. The results that I want in life, they can't be natural. I can't get what I want by being happy. I can't get what I want by relaxing. I can't get paid in an effortless, fun, enjoyable, creative, expansive, abundant kind of way. I can't relax and be fulfilled and be supported and be satisfied in all areas. So it's the conditioning that I have to fight, I have to grind, I have to work hard. I can only survive by the sweat of my brow. If I have to grind, it's like it's a slavery mentality basically. I can only survive if I sweat and grind and hustle. Okay, so these people, what they do is they row against the stream. Okay, and they're fighting really hard. The body wants to relax, but it's like, no, I'm not allowed to relax. I have to work. So you get up and you push yourself and you go to the gym and you do, 1,000-mile, run or whatever it is. Okay, now again, don't mishear what I'm saying. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you can't put in effort into an area that you enjoy. So people are like, Adam, so I'm just supposed to sit on the couch all day, right? Is that what you're telling me to do? No. If you like running, go for a run. If it's part of the flow, then do some work, right? So right now I'm working technically, I'm making a marketing piece. This gets me clients. This sells me products. Okay, so what I'm doing now is work technically, right? But it's like, I like it. It's fun, it's relaxing. Also with meditation is another example. When I'm meditating, I'm not grinding, right? Forcing myself to it's okay to exert a bit of discipline, but you have to take the middle path in your life. So the string of your guitar is not tuned too tightly to the point where it snaps, but it's also not too loose where it's just like, it doesn't play at all because the string is completely slack. Okay, what I'm talking about in this video is aligning yourself with the middle way so your life plays a beautiful tune. So you're in tune. What are you in tune with? You're in tune with your intuition, with your natural path. Okay, so way number one is like too tight where you're fighting against the stream and you get exhausted. You get burned out. You're constantly needing to go upstream. All the money that you make in your life feels like a difficult grind. You feel like you have to work really hard to get fit. You have to work really hard to be healthy, to be happy, to be enjoyable, to get dates, etc. All right? So to achieve your life purpose, you have to grind and hustle and struggle and be exhausted and wake up early when you don't want to and be a slave, basically. Okay, so that's way number one. Way number two that some people fall into, we all do this, we all fall into both extremes, okay? Way number two is you're just letting the stream take you with zero input. So you are not guiding your path at all. You're just totally lazy, totally like going with the flow in this sort of way of like, you're almost too lazy, where you're apathetic. That's a good word. You're completely apathetic. Oh, I don't care what happens, whatever, life sucks, just kind of like, let it take me, I'll take whatever job comes to me. I'll just watch whatever video comes on my feed. I'll eat whatever food people put in front of me. So this is like, you have no discernment. You have no healthy boundaries. You're just sort of going down the default path and you're not creating your life. You're not like, you don't have a vision for your life. You don't implant positive thoughts into your mind. You're not thinking about who you want to become and how you want to be and how you want to live. You're not implanting positive affirmations into your mind. Yeah. You're just letting life take you. You're going with the flow. The river can take you wherever it wants, right? And then what happens in this case is that you actually get taken down someone else's path. So reality has this way of sort of taking advantage of people that aren't clear about what they want and where they want to go. Okay? So you need to know where you want to go. What do you want to create? What's your true goal? Many people don't even allow themselves to think about their true goal because they feel like it's not realistic, or they get stuck on the how-to. Check it out. What's your true goal in life? And don't worry about... Guys, the craziest thing happened. I saw this blue butterfly and I wanted to show you. But my iPhone storage got full. So unless I saw the blue butterfly, I wouldn't have known that my storage was full, and I would have been talking to the camera and it would have not been recording. So seeing the blue butterfly literally allowed me to turn my phone around so that I could see that my storage was full, so that I can clear up my storage, so that I can continue the video. That's like, whoa, that's like, oh my, because I wouldn't have seen. I would have just kept talking and then the whole video would have been lost. Woo! Anyways, hope you like that butterfly. That was like a... Whew! Yeah. I'm going to take a bathroom break. 1 second. That's exactly what I'm talking about when I'm saying living synchronistically. Guys, you literally, things will happen for you that, like, you're just in the flow, you're aligned. Like, if I was being a hard ass making my video, I wouldn't have been light to be like, oh, as I'm making my point, there's another blue butterfly. But I would have been such a hard ass that I couldn't have like just turned my camera around and show you a butterfly. I would have been like too into the video to like, you know what I mean? Like to attach the results. So we were talking about the true goal. I'm gonna get back to that, okay? I haven't lost my train of thought completely. But I just wanted to say, like, number one, when you're too attached, you'll either be too extreme on the one side of overly striving or the other side of being overly lax, okay? So you don't want to overly be attached to like working really, really hard, but you also don't want to be overly apathetic and overly lazy, which is like another form of attachment as well. You're attached to comfort and you're letting the river take you, but you're not consciously creating your vision of your life. Okay, so it's important to ask yourself, what would make my life feel like a continual vacation? So, excuse me if I'm repeating myself, but it's worth repeating. This is something that you can actually think about multiple times per day, take multiple days, multiple weeks. You can really think about, if money wasn't an issue for me, what would make my life feel like a continual vacation? Let yourself feel the end result. What's the feeling? I feel so free. I feel so supported. I love how money just enters my bank account and I don't even have to work for it, because maybe I created some sort of product that sells with leverage, or some business that runs on autopilot, or I'm supported. I'm free to have fun, to express myself, to be creative. So basically everyone in the world, I get a lot of messages from people like who want coaching Everyone basically says the same thing. They're like, I want more money so I can travel, so I can, relax. Okay? So there's nothing wrong with wanting to travel and wanting more money, okay? But I just want you to realize everyone wants that. Okay? So it's good to just like go deeper. Okay, you want to travel. Why? Why? Many people don't realize that you can actually get the feeling of traveling, that feeling of openness, expansion, relaxation, adventure, right? Learning. You can get that feeling without necessarily needing to fly to a different country. You can travel in your own neighborhood. You can go to a new place you've never been before. You can take your bike. Recently, I was taking my bike to a new biking spot I've never been to. All right. Yeah. So the middle way is like not fighting against the river. All right. So I'm delivering this message in a way where I'm not fighting against the river. I'm not like forcing the message to come out. It's just like we're chilling. We got to let it flow. Okay. I can't force it to come out if it's not ready to come out. So the middle way, we're talking about living intuitively. So what does this mean? What I'm talking about is that you can literally be supported by going with the flow, okay? And by being clear about what you want and what you want to create and returning to that feeling of what you want to create on a continual basis in the morning. First thing when you wake up in the morning, being clear. What kind of life do I want to create? So there's different ways to be clear about this. What I like to do is to use words. So I speak to myself purposefully and I plant thoughts in my mind that I want to think more of and I want to experience more of. Thoughts as, for example, one of my favorites is I make a lot of money by effortlessly relaxing and having fun. Okay, and this is one of my favorite thoughts. And the more I plant this thought in my mind, it actually comes true. This is something like I've been paid thousands of dollars for like rolling in the grass, and I've had clients, come tell me like, Adam, you looked so relaxed. I want coaching from you. Right? So these subconscious mind thoughts that you plant, they become true. So to be clear about what you want, what that means is to be more of in the energy that you want to create, to plant positive thoughts in your mind by actually using like affirmations, okay? But affirmations are not about repetition and being robotic. It's not about being robotic. It's about being natural and organic. All right, what does that mean? Being natural and organic with affirmations means you plant thoughts in your mind that feel good, that resonate in your body. Let's do some examples. I love that I get to relax all day, every day. I'm so grateful that I'm supported in my life. I love that the universe always supports me. Sorry guys, I know I'm fiddling with my tripod here. It's just, that's my thing. I love being in my body. I love having the freedom to choose what I want to do each day. I love getting paid right now. I get paid and I don't even have to work. I have products that are literally selling in the background. I don't even have to work. I get paid. I love relaxing all day. I love being in nature. All right, so maybe we need to do some more affirmations. They're feeling good right now. I love that I can just do whatever feels good and I'm supported for it. I'm so excited that the universe is guiding me via my intuition. I love that the more I surrender to God and to the universe, the better my life gets. I love that the more that I rest, the less effort I put in, the more money I make. I love how I make money and I'm supported in a natural, organic way. And it doesn't require any forcing or grinding of any kind. And it's raining. I'm gonna go under the tree here. So I've spoken about this many times in other videos that the universe is literally always attempting to guide you along the path of least resistance so that your life literally feels like a continual vacation. But like I mentioned, the thing that blocks most people is that they don't feel like they can be supported by the universe. I have a great video about this subject. It's called You Are Supported, or it's like the universe has a message for you today. Great video where we go deeper into this idea of, do you actually feel supported by your highest excitement? Do you actually feel supported by nature? Do you think like the nature of the universe actually supports you? Is that even in your realm of possibility? Like, is it possible for me to just like relax all day and do what I want and follow my intuition and get paid for it? Or to do what's fun, to do what's exciting, and get paid for it? So there's 2 ingredients I want you to take home, okay? 2 ingredients. Ingredient number 1 is know what you want. Be clear about what you want, the feeling of it, the vision of it, how it sounds, the words associated with it, the thoughts associated with it, so you can plant these affirmation thoughts. You can do visualization as well. Get into the feeling. How does it feel? How does it look? How does it smell? How does it taste? My life is a continual vacation, right? So the words for me have been working really well. The words accompanied with the feeling, okay? Being organic about it. It's not about repetition. It's about at certain points in the day when your mind is idle, right? When you just have nothing to do, you know, you're just looking for entertainment, okay? That's a good time to plant positive thoughts into your subconscious mind. Take control over your attention and purposefully point your attention towards what you want, creating a more fun and harmonious and abundant life for yourself. I'm actually in the process of working on a course right now, a mini course that is going to be releasing in 2 weeks. I'm really excited. It's going to be about programming your subconscious mind in many different ways to be clear about what you want. Okay, so when you program your subconscious mind to be clear about what you want, and you know what you want, what's your true goal? So you know it's your true goal if there's no tension in your heart area and your chest when you think about it. So you know it's your true goal when your body doesn't feel anxious, when you don't feel tight and tense when you think about it. Okay? If it's a false goal, a fake goal, a goal that has been implanted by society or is rooted in fear, a fake goal makes you feel tense and uncomfortable and worried and scared. Okay? A true goal is like easy and relaxing. Now, you might feel a little scared in your head because your head might not understand practically how it's going to work. So Adam, my body just wants to relax and have fun and enjoy and be peaceful all day, but my head won't allow it. I don't believe that it's possible. So that's different. So I can either be tension in your heart, that means it's not your true goal, that's a fake goal. But if there's tension in your mind or in your thoughts, or you're just worried about the practicality, that's different. That's just your mind isn't used to the idea of I can be supported with my heart, with my true goal, with my inner child, with my authentic self. Okay? So if you feel anxious or worried in your mind, what you do is you just continue working with that visualization. You continually put yourself in that scenario of, I get to relax all day. I'm allowed to have fun all day. My highest excitement supports me. And what he says in reality transurfing is that you run the slide of being in the wish fulfilled. You run it over and over again repetitively, not repetitively, but you practice being in the energy state of I already have what I want and my life is enjoyable. Okay? So that's number one, being clear about what you want, okay? That's how you guide the stream. So to finish my analogy, we're not just letting the stream carry us, but we're also not fighting against the stream. We're going with the flow of the stream, but we're gently guiding it towards what we want. So to summarize this entire video, number one, know what you want. Number two, relax and go with the flow and trust that the natural flow is going to carry you towards the life that you want. What is the natural flow? What does that actually mean to go with the flow? Going with the flow literally means that on a moment-to-moment basis, your body is actually giving you a feeling of which path to take. So let's say there's two paths. You can go left or you can go right. You're at a crossroads, okay? It's like, should I go upstairs or should I go downstairs? Should I go on this street or should I go on this street? Should I take my skateboard or should I take my bike? Or should I take my car? So we're always making choices, okay? Going with the flow literally means choosing the option that feels the least stressful, the least difficult, the least tense. Also, it could just feel the most exciting, the most powerful, the most energetic. Whichever option feels the most natural, the most like the path of least resistance almost, you choose that option. Now so this highest excitement thing, that's the general principle. There's a little bit of variation due to like your human design. So certain people, they feel excitement in different parts of their body or like in different ways. So like a sacral generator might feel more excitement in their gut, or like a splenic projector might feel it more like in their fight or flight response. So there's a little bit of nuance there. So I made a whole video about human design. You can go look at that. But basically, the general principle overall, without bogging it down, without making it too confusing, you follow your highest excitement in each moment. Okay, so you actually choose the option that contains even a little bit more excitement than all the other options. And you take that option as far as you can possibly take it. You don't half-ass it. You take the path of excitement in the way that feels the most exciting, and you take it all the way until it stops being exciting, or until you hit a literal like roadblock and you can't progress any further. Then you pause, Okay, you've taken your excitement all the way to the end, okay? You pause, and then you look at what are all my other options. And then you choose the next option that feels the most exciting, and then you act on that. And in this way, following this golden thread of excitement, this is how you go with the flow of your life. This is how you align your life in the most effortless and synchronistic way, because your highest excitement is your true, authentic vibration. All right? So everyone's talking about be your authentic self. Just be yourself. What the fuck does that even mean? What are you talking about? Just be myself. Which self? I have like 55 different selves. You know, on Tuesday I feel like this, and on Wednesday I feel like this. I have my traumatized inner child self. I have my excited, creative artist self. I have my business self. I have my, lover self, right? My king self, with my nervous self. Which self am I supposed to be? Just be yourself. Which self? What are you talking about? What does that even mean? Okay, so what this literally means is that you have a true, authentic vibration. That vibration is the feeling of excitement, okay? It's like, there's a difference between acting out of anxiety. So people get confused. They're like, excitement? Isn't excitement bad? Isn't excitement going to like cause me to just sit on the couch and scroll on TikTok all day? Isn't excitement going to cause me to like just watch porn and smoke weed and eat junk food? So you need to learn how to differentiate between acting out of anxiety versus acting on excitement, okay? Acting out of anxiety is this feeling of like you're trying to avoid something. You're trying to ignore something. You're scared of facing something. So I'm just gonna like sit on my couch for 6 hours and scroll on TikTok or watch movies or eat junk food because I'm actually not even feeling my body fully. Like I'm ignoring giant parts of my inner world. So I'm actually not acting on my highest excitement in my life, and I'm not fully feeling my body, and I'm not being fully present. So out of ignorance and out of ignorance, I want to ignore myself and my life. Then I'm gonna like eat junk food or smoke weed or get drunk or whatever. So that's not true excitement. That's more distraction. Okay, that's coming from a place of fear and anxiety. That's not acting out of excitement. That's acting out of fear. Okay, acting on excitement is like it naturally just feels good and expansive, and I actually want to do this thing because it feels fun. It feels alive in the moment. This is my highest excitement. When I think about doing it, there's no tension or like blockage, basically. It's getting a little chilly, guys. I'm a little bit chilly. Brr. Brr. Whew, why is it so chilly? Brr. Holy smokes. Okay. So what did I say? I said, number one, know what you want. Be clear about the feeling that you want more of in your life. It's not like the actual goal isn't as important, okay? Because the goal can always change, okay? So when we're visualizing a specific scenario, like, oh, I'm traveling in China, or I'm living in a mansion, or I have a beautiful girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever it is, okay? You're visualizing a specific thing. It's not really about that specifics. It's not about the specifics. It's about the general feeling of already being fulfilled, already having what you want, already being your fullest self, your true fullest self, already being it now and expressing it fully. All right, that's the feeling. Okay, so you connect to that feeling, okay? And what that does is that almost like sets the stream to now begin taking us there. And the way we let the stream take us there is by going with the flow. Okay, how do you go with the flow? So you follow your highest excitement. Okay, next step. Okay, so some bonuses. These are we're getting into the bonus, the extras. Okay, these are the bonuses. So everything I just told you, you can just use that and you're going to see a much greater increase in your quality of life. More synchronicity, more alignment, more fun, more ease, more enjoyment, more health, more money. See, we're not just talking about more money, we're talking about money that's coming from a type of work that I actually like. We see people just talk about money. They're like, I want more money. It's not about more money. It's about more money in a way that's effortless and enjoyable and fun and exciting and fulfilling. Okay, because anyone can just make more money. If I wanted more money, I can just go sell drugs right now. Okay, like I used to do in high school. Okay, like I'll just go sell some fucking drugs if I want more money, or go sell weapons. Okay, it's not so. Be more specific. I don't just want more money. I want more. I want to be paid to feel good. Do you understand? I want to feel good in the way I get paid. See? Big difference. Right livelihood. I want to have right livelihood. As they say in Buddhism. You know, I don't want to get paid for doing shit that I hate, right? So it's not about more money. It's about money in a way that's true to me. See? So this is like what you're going to experience more of, more effortless alignment, running into the right people at the right time, going into groups or into communities that are aligned with you, people who resonate on your true frequency, because this is literally what it means to be your authentic self and to live a more aligned life. Number one, know what you want truly. Think about it. If you don't know what you want truly, then what's going on? What you like? People have like, you're like, are you busy? It's like, oh, I'm too busy, Adam, to know what I want truly. Really? Busy doing what? What are you doing? If you don't know what you want truly, take the day off. Take 2 days off. Go roam around. Roam, you know, follow your highest excitement. Go to a new place you've never been before. Go let new information into your mind. Think about it. Set the intention. I intend to discover my true goal in life. It might take up to a month. Who knows? All right. I have other videos about that. Journaling questions. I just made one about your zone of genius. Okay. I have a course about that. I'll link that in the description. Okay. So get clear about your true goal in life. It's important. Okay, it can be general. Okay. It doesn't have to be hyper specific. But you know it's your true goal when your heart starts to sing and your mind starts rubbing your hands together in glee. Okay, so you're only going to be able to get your true goal in your mind. The idea's not only going to pop up if you're setting the intention to be in that frequency of following my highest excitement and feeling abundant and expansive and going with the flow of my life. I'm going with the flow. I'm not forcing. I'm not fighting. I'm letting it happen. I'm not so attached. I'm not so attached to results. I trust that the results are going to come if my process is impeccable. Okay, so what it means for your process to be impeccable is that you are impeccably following what is true in your inner being, and you're not lying to yourself. You're not being out of integrity. You're not abandoning yourself to please other people or to make other people happy or to to whore yourself out for money or something like this. All right. So, yeah. Whew. You're staying warm here. Gotta start a fire or something. Not saying you have to quit your job today, okay? You just like start acting on things that feel exciting for you. So a lot of people just have so many limiting beliefs, like limiting beliefs. They're like, that's what is keeping you stuck. Is you're just like you're literally fighting to keep yourself stuck. Okay, so you know it's a limiting belief. This is a good one. Listen to this one. You know it's a limiting belief if you're feeling really, really scared and really, really triggered and you feel like you have no choice. If you ever feel like you're backed into a corner, you have no choice, you have to believe this thing, otherwise some horrible thing is going to happen, that's how you know it's not true. Because a true belief doesn't need to trick you and to back you into a corner. A true belief, a truthful belief, is something that allows you to believe whatever you want. It's open. A limiting belief has to use all of these tricks and games to make you feel trapped and backed in a corner. Adam, I have to work this job. I'm gonna die. Right? So, again, I'm actually not telling you to like quit your job tomorrow, okay? Just keep going. You know, continue what you're doing now, okay? Don't make radical changes. Don't burn your bridges. Okay, it says in reality transurfing a lot, you don't have to burn your bridges, okay? Because the truth is your mind, even though it has these limiting beliefs and maybe they're not true, if you can't force yourself to accept something that's out of your realm of possibility. If you're really scared to like quit your job, for example, then that's not your highest excitement, okay? So you're talking about following my highest excitement terrifies me, Adam, but no, it doesn't, because then that's automatically not your highest excitement. Do you see what I mean? If it's terrifying you, then why are you saying that's your highest excitement? That's a faulty definition of excitement. Excitement doesn't feel terrifying. It just feels relaxing and natural and normal and expansive. Okay, so your highest excitement is not going to be something that makes you feel horrible and scared. It's going to be something that just makes you feel a little bit better than all the other options. Okay, so letting it flow a bit, 1 sec. Whew. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about my vision for the future of humanity and for the future of existence. So, what I see in the future of humanity, of higher consciousness living, is that people more so and more so are living via synchronicity, and the worldly affairs, the daily affairs, are organized via synchronicity and via highest excitement. Now you might say, Adam, this is so impractical. But actually, you don't fully understand the divine intelligence of infinite creation. So when you say like, oh, that's impossible, that reality, that worldly affairs, that communities, that events could be organized by everyone following their highest excitement and by being brought together at the right time in the right place with the right resources that they need to achieve a common goal that they're all excited about for the highest good. That's not possible, that reality could be organized via synchronicity. I've already demonstrated a few times that it can be, like with the butterfly example that we just saw, right there in your face, okay? But it is possible. You might not understand if you don't think that's possible. think about, how is it possible that anything exists? How is it possible that there even is a you, or a tree, or a body, or a self, or a universe, or an earth? How is that possible? People are like, Adam, that's not possible. Really? How do you know what's possible and what's not possible? How do you know? As you're just like existing every day in a flesh suit that you have no clue where it came from, and it's beautiful and miraculous, and your eyes are just seeing things automatically, and your mouth is just tasting things, and your nose is smelling things, and you're just feeling things. You have this body, you can just move it automatically. You don't even know how I'm speaking, and you don't even know how you're understanding my words. They're just like instantly gaining instant recognition within your being. Like, how does understanding even work? How are you even understanding what I'm saying? It's just like instant. Isn't that cool? Right? Adam, that's not possible that my life could be organized by synchronicity. Is it? How do you know? Like, what do you, like, who are you? Who are you? What do you know? What's going on right now? How are you here? Hello? Hello? Do you know what's happening right now? How are you even alive? Adam, that sounds woo-woo. You're too woo-woo for me, Adam. Woo-woo. Go. How is there grass right now? Where did this come from? Where? How? Gotta get out of the rain. It's too woo-woo, Adam. Follow my intuition. How can reality be organized via synchronicity? So, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. It's funny because you can test it out, maybe. Let me back up a bit here. Living by synchronicity. So, a tip you can do for this is to look at the signs. I have a series going on my blog right now. I recommend subscribing to my email newsletter where I send out like phenomenal blogs. Like, I follow my highest excitement, and sometimes I just get ideas and they just fucking channel through me, and I just have this like amazing wealth of information that's very enlightening and inspiring. You can see some of that for free on my blog. So I have an article called Signs from the Universe, Part 1 and Part 2. This is one way that you can sort of like follow the synchronicity and your highest excitement. You can use these like signs to guide you. So, you know, seeing a triple number, or having a certain intuition, or seeing a sign like a road sign that guides you down a certain path, or whatever it is. Okay, so that's one way you can follow the flow. The universe will use whatever is available to it, which is the wealth of infinity. Any possibility the universe can use to guide you. It sometimes can even use an external figure, like a physical person, to guide you. Right? This is in spiritual traditions like Buddhism. They talk about the external guru, the outer guru, and the inner guru. Okay? Sometimes the outer guru, right, which is like an actual person, right, will appear to teach you something that you needed to know, right? Because you wouldn't have even been open to receiving that info unless an actual human being actually came and told you, because that's the way you're used to receiving information, through humans telling you things. So that's believable for your ego mind, so like it doesn't scare you, right? But as your spiritual practice deepens, like I've been doing this for over 10 years, I've been on over 20 retreats and been doing a lot of like spiritual work. I've been tapping in a lot more to my inner guru. So the outer guru has actually been a little bit less believable for me. Like I don't really look to other people so much to give me advice. I still do, but a lot of it is like guided by my inner guru. So I receive guidance about what to do in my life completely internally. And then, you know, internal, external, where's that boundary? Where's the line? Can you find the boundary? Where does the internal start and the external begin? What's the, you know, I always do this in my videos. Where is internal and external? You know, the inner guru, the outer guru. There's also the secret guru, but I can't tell you about that one. It's a secret. I don't even know about it, honestly. There's the inner guru, the outer guru, the secret guru, and the hairy guru as well. Is one of the gurus. I would be the hairy guru, except on my head. Oh my God. Yeah, so even my spiritual practice, like meditation practice, has been guided a lot by synchronicity. Like the way I meditate, since I've been on so many retreats, I have such a big like bag of tricks. So I have all these different practices and techniques and guided meditations that I've been through with my guru, my teacher, on retreats, live, in person, on Zoom, whatever. And videos, reading books. I've done so many, like I've done hundreds of different kinds of meditations, that now it's just like it's just a game of following my intuition, like which meditation is coming through today. You know, today I was a lot of like rooting myself into the ground, right? Feeling the roots growing and connecting with the trees, right? That was the meditation, you know? That's the whole point of meditation, is to follow your intuition to make you more awake and more present. Awakening and liberation. What does it mean to be liberation? Be free. Liberate yourself. You're free. Free to do what? Free to be here. Free to be awake. You're not clinged on. You're allowing the forms to flow freely. You're allowing your voice to flow freely. You're allowing your actions to flow freely. You're not kinking it or inhibiting it. You're allowing your intuition to flow freely. You're allowing your energy, your art. You're allowing your art to flow freely. Adam, how do I be my authentic self, Adam? I want to be my true self. This is it. I'm showing you the real way. This is self-actualization. Is what I'm talking about. Be your true self. How to attract what you want by being your true self. It sounds so fucking nice on a video title right? But the question is, there's like infinite ways to be your true self. I'm giving you so many good pointers here, okay? These are a lot of good pointers. Be your true self. I can show you the world, take you wonder by wonder. Come on, princess, and join me on this magic carpet ride, a whole new world. These are red pines, and I was learning recently from Willa Hilliskring, I don't know her name, that the red pines are like the leaders of the plant world, and they're like, they help to manage and maintain a lot of the energies on Earth. I don't fully know exactly what she said, but the red pines are like, they're like the some of the leading edge authorities on energetic management for anchoring a lot of the frequencies so that there's balance or whatever in existence. I don't know. Do I look like someone who knows things? That's just what I learned. It's pretty interesting. I'm gonna hug this tree now. Whee. Ah, yes, yes. Of course. Just kidding. Yeah. Fuck, that scared the shit out of me, this gigantic cicada. Ooh! I'm so glad you guys missed my girl reaction. I just totally like... Alright, my friends, so, yeah. I'm gonna go drink some cucumber juice now. So, that's it. I think I have some more stuff to say. It's not letting me end the video. What would you like me to say? Okay, so what what I want to say is that yeah, so on this channel, I am guiding you towards extremely high levels of personal development and psychological evolution. What this means is that this allows you to be your true self, to be your fullest self, to express your gifts, your talents, your passions, your highest excitement, to express that naturally, organically, authentically, and profitably in a way that supports you financially, but in also many other ways, in being in the right place at the right time, receiving gifts, receiving opportunities, receiving information and tips that you need at the right time to guide you further along your path to more fully express your true being, your fullest, most authentic self. This means you can explore many different passions. You can just get like the full juice out of your life experience. You can grow internally. You can expand. You can clear yourself. Is that a gigantic piece of shit? Let's get away from that. Whew. Yeah, good thing I didn't step in that. I'm barefoot. I'm like, you can grow and be your best self. Fuck. Yeah, so you have so many like talents and potentials and strengths and abilities that you can totally actualize in this lifetime. It's very possible. I've done my best to provide a lot of resources and tips over the years. I have like over 500 videos on my channel. I have entire guides how to self-actualize from scratch. So I have beginner's guides, I have medium, middle, adept guides, I have expert, advanced guides. Okay, I have a lot of different stuff. Go check out my older videos. A lot of people don't realize I've made a lot of videos in the past that are still very relevant and very useful for self-actualization and becoming the best version of yourself. I don't like repeating or rehashing, the same content all the time. I've already spoken about self-actualization, meditating, reading, this kind of stuff. What we're doing now is I'm excited. I have this weird, like, my ear is like, I'm really excited. I'm moving into this sort of new chapter in my life where it's just very intuitive. It's very involved with nature. It's very fun. It's very productive as well, but in this totally like flowy kind of way. So if you're excited about actualizing your creative potential, I love that. I love working with creatives and artists and entrepreneurs. I specifically love working with creatives. I've worked with authors, I've worked with singers, I've worked with entrepreneurs and course creators and